Tips on how to get the most from your QSalesData investment. This video will show you how to utilize the QSalesData fields in ACT to market to your inactive customers. As we've discussed before, one of the unique features of QSalesData is that we bring key QuickBooks data into fields in the ACT database. With this video, I want to focus on identifying inactive customers and then marketing to them to drive additional business. The first step is to identify the customers you want to go after. Each business will have their own version of what an inactive customer is. For your business, it may be a customer that hasn't ordered from you in 6 months. Let's see how we'd pull up those customers. From the QB Data tab in ACT, we can simply right-click on the last invoice date field and choose the lookup option. We change the operator here to older than days and set it in this case to 180 days, which would be 6 months. We run the lookup by clicking on OK, and there you have a contact list view of all of your customers that haven't ordered from you in 6 months. Now, let's say your criteria for going after inactive customers is a bit more specific. Let's say you wanted to target customers that spent more than $1,000 with you last year. That would be this total sales field right here, but haven't purchased anything from you this year, which we can use the year-to-date sales field. So this field will be more than 1,000 and this field will be 0. It's a bit more advanced than our last lookup, so we can't just right-click on a field to do that. We actually have to use the advanced query feature in ACT to build this lookup. So let's see how that works. To build an advanced query, we go to Lookup, Advanced, and choose Advanced Query. And the first thing we're going to do is look at last year's sales total, and that field we identified as ST-Prev total, and we're going to say that it's greater than or equal to $1,000, and we're going to add that to the list. And then we're going to take this year's year-to-date, which is ST current year-to-date, and we're going to say that's equal to 0. So in this case, last year's total was greater than 1,000, and so far this year they haven't spent anything with us. When I hit OK, it actually asks us if we want to save the query. So you can save queries that you would run often and use them over and over again instead of having to rebuild them. In this case, I'm going to say no, and I'll replace the lookup. And now we have a list of customers that spent more than $1,000 with us last year and haven't spent anything with us this year. So that's an example of a more advanced criteria, and you can use those advanced lookups to accomplish those. So at this point, we need to talk about how to market to these customers now that we know how to look up the inactive customers. There's really two options. We can decide, number one, if we want to send them a postcard. In that case, we would print out labels from ACT. Or number two, we can email them a coupon from ACT as well. So either a coupon on a postcard or a coupon on an email. So let's talk about that postcard route first. So ACT lets you quickly print labels for your lookup. So let's go back to that bigger lookup here just so we see what the labels look like. I'm going to look up all of the customers that haven't purchased with us in 180 days. And to print labels, I can simply go to File, Print, choose labels. The most common is the 3 across 10 down, that's the 5160. And when I hit print here, it'll let me preview it. I'm going to run it against the current lookup and preview it so you can see what those look like. And you can see here how quickly we can generate labels from ACT. Okay, so we'd print those out, stick them on the postcard, and fire those in the mail. Now the other option is to email a coupon to your past customers or inactive customers. We got a couple different options. If you have less than 100 that you want to email out, you can actually set up a template in ACT to do that. So for example, this record, I'll just show you the template we set up. We set up a "We Miss You" coupon template that looks like that. Basically says, wanted to drop you an email, notice you haven't ordered in a while, use this code to get 25% off your next purchase. So if I had less than 100 and I wanted to use that template, I can simply go to Write, Mail Merge, and this wizard will take me through sending an email to the current lookup, which in this case is 47 records. Hit Next. I would choose Email. I pick my template. hit next. I would run it against the current lookup. Notice we can also send it to groups if we want as well. And I'd do a subject, and I can choose how to attach it to history, and then I hit next. I can tell it what to do if there's no email address on the record. And then at this point, I have everything set up. When I hit finish, it would start sending the emails and it would merge it through my local Outlook. In this case, I don't want to send it, but you guys get the idea as far as how easy that is to send out a small email blast. Under 100 records is what we recommend. So I'll hit cancel there, and you get a feel for how that piece works. Now, if you have more than 100 records, we recommend using an add-on service called SwiftPage or Sage eMarketing. And it is a monthly subscription, but well worth it. It also lets you report on who opened it and what they clicked on, and we'll show you that report at the end. But if I wanted to send a SwiftPage email to those records, I can simply click on the Sage eMarketing button. My account's already set up, so it's going to jump me right into the window. I would send it to the current lookup, and we can create a nice graphical template. So if I preview the template, you'll get a feel for what that looks like. Notice we can put a nice graphic in there, and we can actually build the coupon right on the screen, and that'll go out to our customer base instead of doing the mail merge template for Mac. So in this case, I would just give it a subject just like I did before. And the SwiftPage Sage eMarketing actually lets you send it right away, or you can schedule it for later, so that's a nice option as well. So that's your other option for sending email blasts larger than 100. And the cool part about that email blast then is after you send it, you can actually tell, you get a graphical report, and you can see how many opened it, right? You get an open rate and how many clicks there were if you had links in there and all that good stuff. So you get to report on it and actually use it to generate leads as well. So that's how QSalesData and Act will let you do target marketing like you never could before using the data on the QBData tab. So we realize some of these features are a bit more advanced. If you feel like you need help, there is a network of ACT certified consultants that can provide assistance to you. To find an ACT consultant near you, you simply go to act.com, and there's a partners section there, and you can look up ACT certified consultant in your area. Thanks for your time, and we hope this will benefit your business.